Okay, 21-18, good luck. So we've not played before, we have no head-to-head score. Play the normal Caro. 300 games for my opponent, 2,000 in Blitz. Okay, do we get the 2 knights? Pushes forward, let's get our bishop up. We're just trying to make sure we don't allow white to push the pawn here, so we're just going to take an e6. Okay, let's go c5. Okay, let's take. Just going for logical development moves, so let's jump up and hit the pawn. Bishop comes down, so check, knight will have to come up, bishop up, takes, maybe bishop up, it's all fine. Still got to be careful though, so here, block, knight up, looks sensible, but it might lead to a move like queen up. So queen up here to hit the pawn and bishop might be good. Yeah, rather than check, I'm just going to go here, so we attack the bishop, we hit the pawn as well. And if takes, we've got an option. Whereas if I'd have checked, it gives you a natural development move, but that gives me a pawn, right? Why can't I just take the pawn and hit another one? If you take, I go here, what am I missing? I might be forgetting theory. If I am, it's fair enough if you forget your theory. But I think it's a pawn, we hit another pawn. But it's very rapid development for white though, very rapid development. Okay, but I'm going to grab the other pawn and hope I can run somewhere. As long as I can castle. We just have to somehow develop and castle. That's all we need now. Might be a lot easier said than done. Now, does it matter which one I go on? Knight and bishop to come up. Here. Ah, here you might be able to drop back with tempo. Yeah, I'm going to go here, but I've desperately got to try and get these pieces out somewhere or other. Just get castled. I don't really want to castle queenside. I might have gone wrong here. It might be a really good gambit. That's the idea here. So I'm aware of that. Rook in, bishop down. It might be standard theory this, and I've just forgotten it. It might be. Knight up will have to be played, I think. Then I'm going to have to do this if it's possible. It might not be possible. I need a lot of moves here. You might be able to just take, and then that's one of the pawns back. But right now the bishop hangs, this takes, queen takes, the rook hangs. Everything hangs. Can I play knight up with tempo against the queen there though? I've got to factor this in. That's a problem. But then if I block with the bishop, takes, I can take back. That might have been a mistake. So lose a pawn, gain a queen, knight check, king up, rook check, back. It's not a checkmate, I don't think. I think I can go here. And bishop here. I think I can, but I might be blundering. If I am, I am. It's a really sharp line, this, because you might be able to sack the queen, but not go for my queen, go for the king. And there might be some sort of forced checkmate sequence. There might be. Okay, it goes across. So if I go here and you take, I can then take back. Even if my bishop's in trouble, I can castle, right? So I think I go here now. You might even risk a move like g4, but all I'm trying to do is simply castle. It might even be worth giving up a piece to get castled, having gained 2 pawns, but give it up in the right way. Here, pawn takes, then maybe pawn up, but bishop takes, sorry, pawn takes, bishop. Everything's getting loose and it's really sharp, yeah. What I expected. Now, can I simply drop back here? Is that enough? If knight takes, pawn takes, I think it's alright. Knight here is probably alright. I'm looking at knight back. If I go here, that feels like I'm blundering something. I'm just going to work on the basis. I'm probably going to give a piece back here. Like if you take, I take, you've got knight takes, but then I think I can drop back. I think I can. And as long as I can castle, I think I'm alright. I think I can drop back here, but do I? No, I can't go forward, can I? Takes, you cover this key square. So we have to drop back. If we can get castled, we're in the game. But rook across, and there's a lot of pressure coming. Castle, knight, check, take, you take the bishop. There's still a lot of pressure coming. If the knight moves though, there's a check and we hit the queen, although the bishop does cover, so it's not an immediate threat. But we're a pawn up, so we can give a pawn back as long as it's just a pawn. Yeah, this is when it's really easy to go wrong in opening. So if you just forget your opening theory or you play a line you don't play regularly, get the cursor off the board so there's no slips. Rook takes, e6, I think I just take back. Bishop takes knight, I think I just take back. Knight moves pretty much anywhere. I think I just castle, right? I can't take the queen, the pawn's pinned, so if I castle, we guard this. We then threaten to take the queen and the knight. So what is that knight trying to achieve? Knight check, I just take. I don't see what that move was trying to do. We hit two pieces now. If you check, I just take with a queen. So he takes, what the heck? Rook takes, so take, check, go across. I don't see the risk there. I don't see the risk there, so what am I missing? I might be missing something. I just don't see it. I can only play what I see. So go at the corner. So we've got an extra rook now for a pawn. He's got a pawn. Our king's very vulnerable. If you could move the knight illegally, it would be quite useful. And there might be a good attack here. There might well be, of course. But knight up now, we get a tempo attacking the bishop and we threaten a check. So that's got to be a good move. You know, we get a tempo hitting the bishop. We threaten a check as well. We got the back row connected. If we can just get material off the board, we should be better. Check. The king's only got two squares. We can activate our queen potentially. Not sure we can easily get in, but yeah, it's gone back. Expected that, but can't I just check and jump across now and get rid of the bishop then? I'm going to go here to start. Now I think I can just come across. If I go here, I don't have a quick attack. I've got knight back, but I just want rid of the bishop. But the bishop is what I need rid of, not the rook. That's the problem. Here, if you move your bishop, if I take and you line the queen up the following move, can I defend it? I think I can, but what if I can't? What if I can't? I've got a check here and the king has to go to one of these. Knight back is a potential, but I don't see the benefit. I'm going to go here and hit the bishop. I think he'll move the bishop and give up the rook. I think that's what he'll aim to do. Because he's kind of gone all in with the attack. If you could pick the knight up and go here, that would be obviously a bit annoying. But the whole point is he needs the queen something like this lined up with a bishop, or it'll just fail. Or it should fail. It could fail. Well, I mean, anything can happen, can't it? Well, surely that allows me to take the bishop now, and that's the big danger piece gone. I need the bishop rid of, not the rook. Yeah, he's just had enough. He's just resigned. Thinks it doesn't quite work out, but the bishop is actually what I'm likely to take there, not the rook. Let's see what the engine says about that. Very dangerous game, wasn't it? So they're the move times for both players. Let's request the analysis. Only 25 moves. He could have played on there, but obviously he's given up a lot of material. But it'd be interesting to see. I think I should have taken the bishop, not the rook, because that diagonal is the dangerous bit. Also, we've been much better here and we've messed it up a bit. So we've played the opening pretty well. We've flatline level out of the opening, so we'll flick through. And this is the bit where we've gained an advantage. So if we just quickly flick through, and we'll just keep an eye out on this, and that's where we're still level. So this is just all the normal openings, so this was all okay. Still all okay. Knight up was a mistake. So knight up was a slight mistake, so what should we have done? I mean, it's not flagged as a mistake, but it's just not the best move. It's saying queen across to offer the queen trade is good. Hit the bishop or rook across, so they're the suggested moves, okay. So knight takes, yeah, it was a move straight away, sacking the queen. It's still level though. Knight takes d5, take the queen. Ah, you do take the queen back though, you don't go for a mate, so there wasn't a mate attack. You're just simplifying it, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, we're just a pawn up. Rook's bishop endgame, we're just a pawn up, so that's all that was. So we were okay there. And this is where we've gained an advantage. After queen across, we're then better, but we've made a mistake coming up here, there, here. So the engine is saying knight forward rather than knight back, so I could have actually gone forward, so it must be to do with restricting this. So we're still better, but it was a blunder, but it was still our blunder. So what did we do? 90% versus 79, that's our only move that's been flagged in the whole game. CPL 2042. That was a blunder, but otherwise we've actually played it very well. Castling was good, take was good. Now we'll just check the very last move here when he resigns. I think I should take the bishop. So of course the engine says just take the rook, just ignore the bishop. It's not really a dangerous threat, but if I was playing on there I would have taken the bishop, I think, but the engine said no need to, just take the rook. So that was on the whole a very good game, very sharp game.